This is the part when everybody watches you walk. It's hilarious. Crazy. Well, I just got back from an interview, so my job is to do photo and video, and I just got back from an interview where I interviewed a guy that was homeless for 4 years. Him and his wife, they were homeless for 4 years. And so basically what I do for a living is I shoot photo and video for a transit company that we handle all of the buses, the streetcar, the riverboat, river cruises for the city. And so obviously, you know, the public transit has a lot of homeless people. Well, this gentleman is now one of our drivers, and he was homeless for 4 years, him and his wife. They didn't have a car, no home, just some bags. She lived under a bridge for a long time. He lived behind a place where you could get temp jobs. And he basically would ride the bus, and he would talk to the driver, and he said, one day, I want to drive one of these buses. How do I get a job with Embark? That's who I work for. And, you know, the bus driver is very encouraging. He's like, you should just apply. Just apply, see what you can make happen. You know, and time went by, and this guy was working for a temp agency while he was homeless, and he was a hard worker. He's just a hard worker. And he was telling me that, you know, he would go to the park and he would just see where people would leave all the trash, you know, especially homeless. He said they would just leave trash everywhere. And he said, I kind of made it my job to go pick up all the trash and throw it out. I just felt like I should be responsible. And so time went by, he applied to Embark, and sure enough, he got back an email that said he had an interview, and he said he couldn't believe it. He had an interview, and next thing you know, they hired him. So now this guy, for the last 18 months, has been one of our drivers, making good money, driving a bus. He's a valued employee, and the reason I was interviewing him is because he won an award. And it was basically a legend award for doing an outstanding job. He was nominated for doing an outstanding job. And of course, when I went to go interview him, I had no idea. I didn't even know that was something that he had dealt with. I've only met him a few times, and I didn't know anything about him. And I was blown away. You know, I did my standard interview, and then we just started talking, and he mentioned that he was homeless, so I started asking him questions about it. And he told me all about it. And I was truly blown away about, this guy was such a good guy. He said that his boss, one of the supervisors that I interviewed, I talked about him on his behalf. He said he called one day, he was on his way to work, and he said, I'm running a little bit behind because there was a guy with his flashers on the side of the road. He had a flat tire. And so he pulled over. The guy had a little jack that he was trying to use to change out the tire. And he said it really just wasn't working, so he pulled over, and he had a much better jack. And he said he loaned it to the guy. He's like, you know, they got the tire changed or whatnot. I'm not sure exactly how it worked, but he said, you know, I got to get to work, but here's my number. I can come pick up the jack from you, you know, after work. And, you know, that's just the kind of guy he is. And I'm just like, that is absolutely amazing to me. Outstanding. The guy deserved the award, but he also deserves a job. But what was interesting to me, not that that wasn't enough, but you know how a lot of times, you know, we judge people, you know, homeless or anybody for that matter, we judge them because, you know, we don't know their story. And this guy could have been passed up so many times in life, and I'm sure was. But he was actually a really hard worker, and he really wanted it. And he said he'd changed so much in the last few years leading up to getting a job. But not only that, he said, while working for Embark, he says, it's made him a whole different person. And he says, I'm the first one to show up, and I'm the last one to leave.
19.
And his boss told me the same thing. He's like just a hard worker that wants to try, wants to do his best. And he was telling me, I don't want to let him down because they gave me a chance. And, you know, everybody deserves a chance. I just thought that was outstanding. I thought that was such a cool story. And I really couldn't believe it when he was telling me, you know, the whole thing was just, it's just too amazing that this guy was such a good guy. I was very impressed. So anyways, I just wanted to share that story because I was very impressed, and I'm out here on my lunch once again. Made sure I had enough time to go take a little walk and talk, share my story. It's such a great day today. It's overcast. It is actually pretty warm right now. It was a little bit cooler earlier, but it's a beautiful, beautiful day. And I'm really happy and thankful that I'm out. I'm able to be out and about. We're so lucky in this city to have these beautiful parks. This particular park is called Scissortail Park, and it was created, it's a huge park, and it was created with the MAPS project, which was a 1-cent sales tax that it's, like I was mentioning yesterday, it's truly transformed the city. And look at this bird. Probably couldn't see it. Very cool. Very cool bird. But this park is amazing. It's absolutely beautiful. You know, it's funny, as a photographer, I've shot models for many years, and it's amazing when you really start looking at the birds, how amazing and beautiful the birds are. And strangely enough, I've taken almost no pictures of birds. But you start looking at birds and you're like, man, they're absolutely beautiful. Super cool. It'd be fun to take pictures of the birds. So, this is what I do at my lunch. It's my new gig, my new fun thing to do since I have this action camera. So as you can see, this is an action shot, pure action. So I don't know if I mentioned, but the black and white photography that I shot one roll of the black and white film, and the stuff that I ordered came in the mail. So it is time to develop that film and see what I got on that first roll. Kind of excited to see, because I haven't shot film in so many years that I'm super curious to see what I got. So yeah, let's go. Yeah, it is warm today. It's really, really nice to be out. It's good to get out of the office. And not everybody can do that, you know? Not everybody has a job where they're able to get out at lunch or go enjoy the outdoors. You know, my wife was saying that people don't really watch this kind of video. And she's probably right, honestly. But that's okay. Like I told her, that's not what this video is. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not a influencer, clearly. I just enjoy the process. I enjoy doing things. I enjoy talking to the camera. I enjoy taking a lunch walk and having somebody to talk to, you, the viewer. It's therapy, you know? It truly is. It's therapeutic to go out and get the things off your chest, the things that you're thinking about. Enjoy the weather, do stuff, exercise. I'm starting to get back into exercise because I love exercise, but for a long, long time, I didn't love exercise because after my heart surgery, it was a really hard recovery. Mentally, too, and the vocal cords being paralyzed was an extremely hard thing to deal with. And it still is. I still have partial vocal cord paralysis, and I can't sing anymore because of it. Because I basically have this range right here. I can't sing any higher, so I have no range, or, and I can't project at all. So that's frustrating because I like to play guitar and sing. Now, don't get me wrong, I was never a good singer. I just like doing it. But now I really can't, which is hard to deal with sometimes. I mean, it's a beautiful park. Truly it is. Scissortail Park. It's only been open a few years. Like, it's pretty recent. The convention center is recent. The tallest building in Oklahoma is the Devon Tower, that one right there. And they're actually talking about building one that's twice that size, twice that high. And everybody's freaking out about it because why do we need a tall building, they say. And I say, why not? Build it. Why not? And this is the Omni Hotel. That's fairly new. It's a beautiful hotel. And then, of course, the convention center is down there. That's attracted a lot of people, which has been fun. Artwork, That arena right there is getting torn down. They're tearing it down to build a new arena just on the other side. That's pretty neat. That's going to be quite the spectacular arena. Okay, here we go. When you see other people walking, you have to automatically walk, even if you don't have the walk sign automatically. That's what sheep do. Don't argue. So the streetcar, here comes the streetcar. This is something I'm involved with. Paycom Center. Yeah, the Oklahoma City Thunder won the national championship in there. Pretty impressive. 500,000 people were downtown celebrating. It's a big deal here, the Oklahoma City Thunder, if you haven't heard. I'm not really a sports person myself, but I still think it's cool to live in a city that won. Who doesn't want to be a part of the winning team, right? It's a big deal. It's a big deal. Well, I'm happy that I was able to get a video in today, even if I really didn't have a whole lot to say, but I did like to share that story of the homeless guy that is now one of our best employees, and I think that's just amazing. Way to go, man. His name is Andrew Martinez. Super good guy. They're creating art over there. I love that. Always, always, always love art. More art, the better. I think that's about all I got today, guys. Starting to ramble, just starting to wander. About time to go back in and de-sweat just a little bit before I go back in and edit a little video. All right, well, I appreciate anybody who does watch. And for those of you that don't watch, you suck. They didn't see that because they're not watching. All right, I will, this morning I was gonna go out on my ruck at 4:30 and I didn't. I wimped out. But I'm gonna do it tomorrow morning. I'm saying it again, I'm gonna do it tomorrow morning. You can't stop me, hell or high water, I'm going. Hold me to it. All right, we'll see you guys. Peace.